So today I'm going to talk about desensitizing a dog to the crate. Guys, so we are going to start crate training Kuma because of all the issues that he's had. He's rarely been in a crate so far. There's a couple of different exercises that I love to do this. The first thing, of course, that I always suggest is associating the crate with nothing but positivity. So I love to revolve the crate around meal times, feed the dog their meals in the crate, and also always have a chewing object in the crate. I usually have like 2 or 3 chewing objects, from the bone to the bully sticks to the Himalayan chews, antlers, just to keep the dog busy in the crate. And also it helps to associate it with positivity by giving them those enticing chewing objects in there. So the first thing that I'm going to do is teach Kuma crate on command. This helps to desensitize the dog of going into the crate. It seems kind of funny, but instead of luring him all the way in there to just follow a treat, actually having that command of going to the crate shifts their mind from thinking, oh no, I'm going in here, I'm being lured in here, I'm gonna have the door closed on me, to just they're focused on that one command of following the command of crate, and they'll run in there. So in the beginning, we are probably going to have to lure him in there, but we never start with the luring. I'm going to start with the hardest thing, let his brain make the connection. What I mean by that is I'm going to tell him, Kuma, crate, without the treat. The treat is in my left hand and I'm pointing with my right hand. Give him a few seconds to let him think. He obviously doesn't know. Now I'm going to try to lure him in without the treat. If that doesn't work, I'm going to lure him in with the treat. And I only said C-R-A-T-E one time still. And I'm glad he's being kind of a little stinker about it, because I think a lot of dogs are. And patience is key. So I don't want to let go until his back legs are in there. So I guess that's going to take me going in there, shifting him around. Want to try to make him sit. Yes, good boy. The crate command should mean run in there and sit. So I like to get him all the way in there so that he doesn't have his back legs out and still get the treat, or so he's not trying to bolt out immediately. Good boy. And see all this like just anticipation, kind of anxiety, like, I mean, it's not really anxiety from him, but just like, oh, what is she trying to get me to do in there? The point of this command is to get rid of all of this. So as long as you only say the command once and be patient, don't let go of it until he's all the way in there. The time that it takes him to respond to this command is going to keep getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Ugh. There we go. Yes, Kuma. Yes, good boy. Good boy. And I only let go of the treat when it's in the crate, so that he associates the crate with getting treats. One thing though, if your dog does like to run away, because I've done this with dogs who just are like, oh, I don't care about the treat and I'd rather just run away. What I usually like to do then is keep the dog on a leash, not to pull them in or anything, but just so that they have, yes, Kuma, so they have no other option but to go in here. So if you're holding the leash and you say crate, that's their only option, is to go in there for the treat and not get distracted by the toy, the whatever, somewhere else. Good boy. Yes, and he's staying in there, so I'm going to give him a treat. Good boy, that is where you get to treat. What I typically would recommend doing is just do this back and forth until that crate gets a lot faster. But for the sake of just showing you guys, I'm going to jump to the next thing of closing it and teaching a wait with it when he's coming out of the crate. With only saying the command once and patience comes amazing things. I can't wait to show you guys, after we work on this for a while, how instantly he'll go into the crate, because right now he's kind of at the point where I think a lot of people would be like, oh my gosh, he's never just going to run in there on his own. But I promise you he will. Yes, good boy. So this time I'm going to close it. If your dog is super anxious in the crate, I would suggest closing it for like 1 second and then opening it back up, just so that anxiety doesn't build, that we open it back up before he associates closing the crate as a negative thing, and then try to keep increasing that amount of time, giving him treats through there. If the dog's extra worked up, has separation anxiety or anything like that, Puma is just neutral about the crate. He'd obviously rather be out, but he's never really been in it. Luckily, he's got a really good temperament, doesn't care about the crate. Some puppies absolutely hate the crate, are pawing at it, barking, whining the second they go in. Some are kind of like him and just could care less. So don't think that there's something wrong with your puppy if the neighbor puppy is like this and your puppy just goes absolutely nuts. Every dog adjusts to the crate in their own way and their own time. Yes, so I always make the dog sit first. Kuma, sit. Yes. Wait. So he's never learned wait before, but I'm going to keep my finger up to remind him what we're doing. That was really, really good for a first time. So usually a puppy gets up almost immediately, but I'm just going to put him back to the sit. Yes. Wait. Okay. Good boy, Kuma, sit. Yes! That's my smart boy. We've never done wait before, so that was amazing that he got that in 2 tries. It does have to do with his temperament. It's easy for him to wait. A lot of times, this might take 50 times before your dog can come out with the wait. So what I suggest then is making sure that it's always on your watch. So if you don't have the time to work up to a door fully open, because that's the goal, is that the door comes open, and then on your release word, which you can use okay, go, release, free, whatever you want, I use okay, the dog comes out. So I see a lot of people do wait, oh, got up, wait, oh, got up, oh. The dog keeps getting up right here, so then on the last try they're like, oh, forget it, whatever, the dog's just coming out. So what's most important is not that the dog comes out when this is all the way open. What's most important is that the dog comes out when you release the dog to come out. So if you have to say the release word right here, or even before you start opening the door, that's okay. So I'm going to say, wait, okay, then open it all the way. The next time I would try to say, okay, right here, and a little bit more. So you can work backwards on that if you need to. So what I love to do, the ultimate thing when I'm trying to show you guys to desensitize the dog of the crate, is just crate and wait. Crate and wait. It's one of my favorite things, and you can work on each individually, together, different time frames. You can work up to having the dog in here for a couple minutes at a time, then doing the wait. It's just amazing for building that confidence and comfort in the crate.